Good morning. It is a cold, chilly morning. It's been getting chilly the last couple of days, and I don't know about you, but I really enjoy it. So let's get everything set up here, and then we can get into the content for this morning. So sorry I'm a little late. My computer was kind of buggy this morning. I think it needs a bunch of updates and needs to restart and stuff. And it looks like everything's frozen up again, so that's nice. Alright, looks like we're unfrozen. That's good. And chat is live. Let's get this shared over to the Facebook group. Copy link. Facebook. So, don't know about you guys, but I am loving this cold weather. It is finally my time of year. I do not like the heat. I do not like mosquitoes. And I do not like sweating all the time. So it's good to, for me, it's good that it's fall. It's my favorite time of year. And now that it's October, it's spooky season, and I just start feeling like, oh yeah, you know? I don't know. I like spooky season. Ooh, we have an average watch time of 4 seconds already. Alright. So once people start filtering in, I have a few questions and stuff for y'all. But I guess I kind of gotta wait for people to filter in. Yeah? So until then, I guess I'll have to blather somewhere else. Or blather about something else until people start filtering in, just so I can fill this out, and I'm not doing double duty on repeating myself 16 times. So, what can I be doing here? What I need to figure out something to do to be able to, like, incentivize people to watch a little bit more. You know? I think one thing I can do, and since no one's watching this right now, you'll have to hit me back on the replay, and hit me up in the comments down below. But I think one thing that I want to try and do is do a patron questions, and I think that would also help with what you call it, more Patreons, more patrons, doing membership and stuff. And maybe this is something I should pose over on my Patreon. And this would just be, a nice little thing for them. Have any questions or whatever, or any thoughts they might have them all addressed for them, Cookies and coffee. Great way to start the day. Let's go over the oh wow, Eileen, thank you for texting me, because I didn't even check the thing here. Let's get over to the chat screen, and I'll just run it from there. Good morning, Eileen. Fire away, do the quick crafts again. Quick crafts. Ooh, yeah, those are something that I could start doing. And maybe I should start doing a giveaway. I mean, once I have my little station over here, I think that's what I intend on doing, because what I want to do is get my marble block recessed into the table. But since I'm going to be hammering and stuff on this, I think we talked about this on a live stream before, is get some sound dampening behind and underneath the table and underneath the marble block, just so that the sound doesn't transfer to any tenants that will be living downstairs. I'm sorry, I'm a little stuffy. Yeah, because it echoes through the house. Yeah, it would. I also need to get sound baffling in here, because this will be a very echoey place. I mean, I need to get a heavier hammer as well, so it's not as high of a pitch ding when I'm hammering on things. This little poly mallet does work, and it definitely does the job. But I definitely need something heavier, and I'm thinking, I could buy a heavy hammer, or I could make one. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, is actually use my woodworking skills to go over and make a better mallet. I also don't like how, these are 90 degrees, in parallel with the handle. I always think hammers tend to work better, especially when they're for close work, being those, just a little like a 5 or 10 degree bevel on them. You know what I mean? I mean, clearly, this was just put, a piece of plastic put on a lathe, and I don't know if you can't see them, but you can, if you run your fingers over them, you could feel it. I don't know if you can hear that. but those are the little lines left by the lathe tool. Whatever they use to machine that down. So, yeah. I'm not sure if, making like a dead blow mallet would work. And a dead blow mallet is, you have, the ends are solid, but there's a hollow on the inside with lead shot in it. And the point of that is it's like a no bounce hammer, so it's a dead blow. Where most hammers, you get a bit of a bounce. So a dead blow mallet, there's no bounce back, but it also transfers all the force into the hit, into the strike. It is weird though that I'm not seeing anyone on the YouTube side of things. It's kind of strange, but yes, I definitely want to do start doing those quick make things, and possibly bring back the giveaways at the end of the month. Speaking of hammers and stuff though, it was actually really cool. Last night, right as I was getting ready to leave the shop, I was actually able to put the anvil to use for a good purpose. And that made me really, really happy. The first time I've actually used an anvil for something in like 13 years, 14 years, whatever. I actually, so the people down at the shop, they're putting in a bathroom down in the church. However, you need to have with the maciator pump, macerator, however you pronounce it, you need an air vent to relieve the pressure, so it doesn't all just get blown back up into the toilet, which I think is a good thing. So what they had to do is put an invert. The only thing to do is go out the window. Well, they're security windows, so they had to unbolt this big heavy metal frame, and I can't find the key for my grinder, my angle grinder, so I can't change the blade, which has been worn down to nothing. And the aviator tin snips, whatever you want to call them, wouldn't be able to cut through this thing. So we actually took it up to my anvil and used the cold chisel, and boom, 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 boom. I was able to cut out all the webbing and stuff, and they were able to fit in, and so that really made me feel good. Related to the shop, there's two more things. So I'm really starting to get into cabinetry and cabinet making and stuff, and I'm getting all the tools, and I'm actually in the process of building a cabinet. And I thought I was so close to the end. Well, I went to do the first spray down last night before I left the shop, because everything is all sanded and looking good on the carcass of the cabinet, which is like the body. They call it the carcass. And the side I was spraying was in shadow, but whatever, is the easiest to get to, and I just want to make sure spray gun worked and and it was the wrong color. It's espresso. It's supposed to be gloss black. So the espresso is like a medium brown. There was many things said last night that would qualify for the dark side of Knightsmith. Whoops. Good thing is I can give it a light sanding and just go over with a black, and it'll be fine. But I was very not happy. Very not happy. So that's one thing. So yeah, I think you're right. Bringing those quick crafts back would be a fantastic thing to do. You know, either doing those on Saturdays or yeah, on these Sunday live streams, or just doing one you know, one giveaway at the end of the month, and that way, you know, I get some engagement. I think doing Patreon questions would be a good thing. Or, you know, do something of that sense. I need to get all this junk cleared away. I've been starting to work on getting, you know, this house a lot more organized and stuff. Just one of those things that, you know, I'm split between so many different areas and disciplines that certain things tend to fall apart a little bit. And in the realm of, what just happened? The thing popped up, said extracting. Nothing. Whatever. Anyways, in the realm of doing cabinets, I need to make for this commission, I need to make raised panels. And you see that on most cabinets. They're all, you know, usually some sort of raised panel. Like that door back there is considered a flat panel door, because those inset panels, you know, bloop, 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 those are all flat panels. A raised panel is, you have the center panel kind of comes up, so kind of comes up and matches the rails and stiles. So it's a very, you know, it makes it a little bit thicker and a little bit nicer. And there's multiple ways to do this, but I got a specialty router bit, and in my head I knew what size I was getting, because I did the research, and, you know, this is the one you're supposed to get, and it will work with my router, and blah 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 blah. Well, it came last night, and I can actually show you this before I show you, and this will show you kind of what we're looking at. So you see the raised, so that's the profile it's supposed to make. And, oh, where we are. That's what the raised panel looks like when it's finished. So, I need to take off these stickers, because while they're informative, they also block the they're also like security stickers. So I'm a little terrified of this thing, to be honest, a little afraid. That's the behemoth that I got. Guys, this thing is friggin' huge. Ooh. So, yeah, this is pretty heavy, actually. There's a lot of weight here. Like, just size-wise. Like, Eileen, you know how big my hands are. They're pretty big. They're about, what, 4 inches across, 5 inches across. Yeah, so almost 4 inches across, 3.75 inches. Just so you can get a scale for how big this thing is. And it feels like it's maybe 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. So this is a lot. You know? So I kind of think how I'm going to handle this is have this in the, well, it actually tells you how far the minimum insertion is into your base too, which is a good thing. I guess you don't want people gripping it just, you know, right up here at the very top of the shank. You want, you know, it says, you know, this much of the shank here. And I froze again. Awesome. So, you know, you want that, you know, that much of the shank inserted, which makes sense. The more surface area you have grabbing, the more, you know, the more friction you're going to have to hold this thing. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm definitely not going to do a full depth cut on this, you know, to begin with. I think what I'll do is I'll come in and just do a series of, I'll probably make the, you know, do all these passes in like, you know, 3 passes or something. So I'm taking little bites. And I think what I'll do, instead of putting this in the router table, since it has the bearing at the top, is I'll have this this freestanding in my router base, and I'll put the bigger, I bought an auxiliary router base, and you froze, but the audio was still going. But a good thing that you're not a Godzilla movie. What? But instead of, you know, worrying about my trying to use my janky router table that I built, and this is way too big for my router fence anyways, I think having this clamped into the router and having the piece clamped down, and doing everything, you know, freehand, I'll be able to take less aggressive cuts by hand, I think. So I think that's going to be the way to go. But this is a lot of weight to be spinning at, like, you know, 12,000 rotations a minute. This is a lot of weight. Lips going and audio delayed. Okay, yeah. I kind of understand what you're talking about. Weird. You went frozen, everything synced right back up. That's good. But yeah, this is a lot of weight. It's kind of scary. It's the first time I actually held the bit by itself. That's a lot of weight. That's terrifying. Whew. Where's that? It has an insert in here too. I wonder what that says, or if it's just blank on the inside. Yeah, just the warranty page. Failure to obey these warnings could lead to serious bodily injury or death. Yeah, I am wearing everything. Okay. Use a router table and fence whenever possible. Be sure all guards are in place. Bits over 1.5 inches diameter must only be used with router mounted in a router table. Right, never mind, we're doing a router table. Never use bit on router that will exceed maximum RPM of bit. Yeah, so okay, we're going to be making you know, fixing up the router table a wee bit before using this thing. So there we go. Reading good. So there we go on that. Oof. Always read the inserts, even if you just glance over them. You don't have to read everything, but just give it a quick glance. So, I love having cookies for breakfast, by the way. Because deep down, I'm really still like 5 years old. And whenever I can have cookies for breakfast, I'm going to have cookies for breakfast. So, before we get on to anything else, what is everyone else working on? Eileen, do you have anything on your plate this week? I saw you, there's got to be some screaming soon, because wife is going to be changing the diaper of the little one. I had veggie straws and coffee. All right. Veggie straws are awesome. So I saw you and Rich did a mini golf thing, and you guys kicked ass. First place trophy. I'm guessing that you guys got, or whatever. We have a few other things to catch up on this week, which ain't gonna be good. I'm still sniffly from last night. I really cannot wait till I get the just BT dubs. I cannot wait till I get the dust collection system working and the shop electrified, because I always get super stuffy the day after working with doing a lot of sanding, because all that stuff just kind of gets into my nasal cavities and just packs in there. I'm really stuffy and miserable the next day. So it's going to be really nice when that's no longer the case. Just saying. Let me find out where that one. But yeah, do you have anything on your plate this week that you're working on, or are you still like just being very gentle about the shop in the office time, or what's going on? Or is that something you prefer to talk to in person, or talk about, over text or in person? Because I know in a couple weeks y'all are going to be coming in anyways. Yeah, we're going to be going up after this live stream. We're going to be going up to the lake her parents are camping at, and spending the day up there, which is going to be fun. It's going to be nice and good, relaxing time. But he is still very grumpy. I could be, I could go to the shop, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but do not. I need to take time off. Yeah, Rich is the champion of mini golf. It was a blast. Cleaning the house because I won't be home next weekend, and then the following weekend we'll be back in PA. For good? You're coming to stay, right? For good. You're gonna be PA for good, right? I know you're just visiting for a weekend or whatever, but still. Hopefully this week I'll be able to get all of the remaining pieces to finish doing the they're arguing out there about putting putting his shirt on. Well, I lost my track of thought listening to him argue. Oh yeah, all the stuff for the to finish that, won't be here till this weekend anyways, so I won't be going too crazy at the shop this week, which is good because I kind of need a little time to clean up around here and put some more stuff away. Eileen, making Swedish meatballs for dinner. I have a customized order for 3 tumblers, so I need to get them prepped. Ooh, look at you, custom order lady. Not for good, but it'll be good. It'll feel good to see everyone. Yes, it will be. It'll be nice to see everybody together. Yeah, it's just nice getting together. So I should be, by the time you get in, I should be fresh off doing a project. The house should be much cleaner. And if I'm doing anything that weekend, it'll just be delivery of that project. But I anticipate, I want to get it so that I want to get it to the point which I might go up this week and just fix the stain, so that I can actually deliver it within a reasonable time, sometime throughout the week. That way I'm not trying to rush or do anything, and I have that weekend off just to so not this weekend, but the weekend that you guys are going to be in, have that weekend off, so that whenever you're free, I'll definitely be free. Me and Connor will be free. And I actually need to get my butt in gear doing a few things, because I'm doing that I'm getting together some stuff for that benefit, so I need to get that all put together, and if I need to fix anything up or whatever, I need the time to be able to do that. So yeah, there's a lot of small little things that need to be fixed and taken care of in the ensuing weeks, which also comes to one of the things that I like about this time of year, and I suggest everyone watching or who will watch in the future take heed of. One of my favorite things to do in the fall, and it's kind of like a prepper type thing, and that kind of gets people a little like a crazy conspiracy guy, but no, you should always be prepared for things, because you never know what the world's gonna throw at you. I mean, who could have guessed the toilet paper shortage right before the coronavirus hit? So this is the time of year to kind of take stock of everything you have, and get some extra things put away, just in case, because while you have a little bit of extra funds right now, and this is like the caveman in me talking, like, ooh, winter coming, prepare now. This is the time of year to do that, and it'll make you feel good, the same way that camping and sitting around a fire makes you feel good. It's a primal thing of getting everything cleaned and packed away, and filling your larder up for the winter, and learn a new skill, but not like how to carve a XYZ pumpkin, like how to repair your clothes, how to sew patches in, just in case. And that'll be a good little nugget in the back of your brain. And I think that's one good thing that we should all try and do in the ensuing month, 1 to 2 months. Learn a repair skill, just in case. And the winter is a time to kind of like pull your gear out, look over it, fix anything, really give it the attention that you couldn't give it during the summer. That's the kind of thing that I like doing at this time of year. And that's just one of those things I like doing this time of year, and I think it's a good practice for everyone to do. So if you haven't yet, take stock of what you have, kind of go through it, fill your larders, stock up on a few extra things, especially if you have the funds to do it. Just get it and pack it away, and it'll all be good. Angry Connor. Connor's angry and he's driving Mikhail up a wall. So I think I'm going to be cutting this a little short. So the last thing I want to go over is the stairs. The saga of the stairs. It seems like every apartment there's always one thing that just kind of is this creeping, continuing problem. The last time it was, the last apartment, it was the ceiling that caved in on us during the pandemic lockdown. We just started doing this, got a new shelving unit to stock up. Awesome. Very good thing. Very good. Proud of you kids. No, really, good thing. Good on you guys. But yeah, the last apartment was the ceiling that collapsed. That was fun. It was leaking for like 4 months, 5 months, and then it collapsed. This is the staircase. They're kind of rickety and crappy, and Mick fell down them and broke her ankle. So we got the landlord got a contractor in and fixed the stairs. Well, he didn't really fix the stairs. They are way too small, crappy, narrow, and I talked to the babysitter who was here while he was supposedly fixing those stairs, and according to her, he didn't measure anything. So a couple days ago, I got the landlord here, and I got the contractor here, and I told him everything that was wrong with the stairs, why they are wrong, what I do for a living. I work in an architectural and engineering office, and I've been designing stairs since 2010. 11 years I've been, or 10 years or whatever, I've been working on stairs. I've been doing this for several years. I kind of know what I'm doing. The main thing I did at my first job out of college was designing stairs. Steel stairs, and so I know how to measure. I'm designing the railing for them, so I know how to measure the stairs. I know how to lay them out. I know how to, I know how to do all this stuff. And now I work with engineers and architects all the time. I do code. I have to know all the codes, and I have to. All the various safety features, and when I do things for forensic engineering, you need to know why things failed. So I have an eye for this thing. This is kind of what I do. So when I told him that, and that I know the code enforcement officer for Dunmore, and the third-party reviewers, and there's a ton of other things, like, I don't want to cause a problem, but this needs to get fixed, and if it doesn't, I can and will cause a problem. Landlord said, yeah, you're right. And I know I'm right, but it's good hearing him say that and agreeing with me. And the contractor, to his credit, he was there, but it was also much to his chagrin that he was there, because I basically told him that he did a really shitty job, and what he did was unsafe, and kind of questioned if he ever made stairs before in his life, which I really don't think he did. But I don't think he was actually a contractor either. I think he was just some dude with tools in the back of his car, back of his truck. So, I could say many negative pejoratives as well, but it's not really. This isn't the time or place for it. It's not really appropriate. So, fine, whatever. And he was supposed to be here on Friday to tear down what was there and rebuild. Well, got a text Thursday night from the landlord. Contractor's not going to show up. I'm calling him a contractor now because that's what we've been calling him all along, but I can almost guarantee he's not a contractor. And the landlord said he's just going to have to find somebody. Which, I'm not mad at the landlord because he doesn't. It's hard. It's really hard to know what you don't know. However, he does know that this is what I do for a living, and I also have my own business doing woodworking, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. Lean on my experience, but whatever. So there's the stairs. It's frustrating. I want to say very many bad things, very many uncouth things that are floating through my mind. It wouldn't help anything. It wouldn't help anyone. Might get some of my frustration out, but online where this is going to be seen forever, or available to be seen forever, just ain't the time and place, But I'm very disappointed and very frustrated. If you have any experiences that are kind of similar to this and what I'm going through with all this BS, let me know in the comment section down below. And also let me know what you think I should do about it. Because if I was a licensed contractor, I would just fix it myself. Licensed and insured contractor. But I am not. I am not a contractor, and I'm not going to pretend like I'm a contractor because I'm not a douchebag. So work on the website. Just to wrap up some things from last week and this week. Website is getting worked on. The most important part of the website is the store aspect of the website. Which is what is, where the home of Knightsmith is going to go, I think. I think all of Knightsmith is going to transfer from everything I have existing into this new website. So Knightsmith.blog is going to go away. My Etsy is going to go away. Most of this stuff down here is going to go away, except for Facebook. Working on getting a new Instagram up and running. And there's no Patreon down here, is there? There's not. You have YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit. Don't really use the Knightsmith Reddit, so that'll probably go away. Twitter, it'll probably go away. Maybe not. I don't know. Indeed, Knightsmith has an Indeed. I never post there. Pinterest and Google Plus is gone anyways. So all these are gonna go. Well, all these are gonna go, I think. And the Etsy's gonna go, and it's all gonna be replaced with my own store, my own standalone store, which I think will be much better. I'll have more control. And Eileen, that also means all the stuff you've done and made for me. I'm gonna get the beauty shots and beauty stuff for it soon here, and get all that stuff listed and start advertising the merchandise. Because it's been way too long, but things have just been kind of crazy the last year and a half, trying to move and shuffle, and with Connor and work and just everything. It's been a little nuts. So sit down, get all that done together. So there's that. And I think that'll be the last big push for this year. Just on the back end of things. And get all that set up and ready to go. And I think I'm gonna try for a November launch so that I can start, so I have a month and I want to try for a November 1st launch, so that I have a month and a half to do any orders for Christmas that might come in. And I need to talk to the person who's going to be helping me with that, just to see if that's a feasible thing. I think it is. Other than that, once this project is done, I can start advertising now that I do cabinetry, custom cabinets. Which this has been a huge learning process, but I'll buy, with the profits from this, I'll buy the stuff to finish the fencing in the backyard, and that'll be good, and that'll get all that taken care of. Really don't think this is working. And I need to figure out some way to motivate my landlord into finding a good contractor to finish up those stairs. Maybe I should dip into the Patreon funds just so I could get everything jump started a little bit quicker. Because that's kind of what I use the Patreon funds for, is a jump start on any projects that I need. And I should have a couple $100 built up in there, so that should be enough to either do the electricity or do the or maybe buy the stovepipe for the forge, because I have the whirlybird now, so I just need the stovepipe going up. I should probably get like a little damper for when I'm not using it, so once it's done smoking, I can close that so it's not, it doesn't suck all the heat in from the shop out. Maybe, I don't know. I need to build a forge hood, so maybe that Patreon funds will go to that, or maybe I think what they'll go to is doing finishing the fence. But that being said, I would love to thank my Patreon members over at patreon.com/Knightsmith. You guys are the secret force behind keeping this engine running, and I can't thank you enough. So that's why I want to do like the Patreon questions and stuff. And I think I'm going to make a post over there today or tomorrow, and maybe I'll make that a part of the all tiers member. You're awesome, Eileen. And guys watching, she's one of the Patreon members. And really, if you like what I do, if you like seeing this, push forward, I accept any amount of money, from $1 on up, but even $1 a month really does help. And in the past, it's actually been the difference between being able to pay rent and keep a roof over mine and my wife's and my child's heads, or not. So you guys really do help a lot. And ideally, I want to be completely independent by spring, if possible. That's my goal. I might not hit it, but I want to have the LLC. I want to have, store up and running. I want to be able to take this and run with it come spring, 6 months from now. 6 months. So beginning of October, November, December, January, February, March. So by the end of March, I would like to at least theoretically be able to be completely independent. That is going to be a big effort, and I'm going to need each and every one of you. So that's the hour. That got really really heavy right at the end. These usually don't get that heavy, do they? Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. That's the hour. I appreciate each and every single one of you. You guys are awesome. Eileen, you definitely carried it today in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. I can't wait to talk to you next week, see what progress we're at. Hopefully I'll have delivered the cabinets and the customers are through the roof and whatever. So guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you for helping make this world better, one kerf at a time, and I'll see you next week.